Hello everybody, welcome back to Minecraft on the Block. This is the Deci server mini-series special, and it's become more of a series than anything. In fact, I was thinking about just merging it with Season 3. I'm still doing work obviously on the Crafter server, and that's where I'm going to probably spend, well, I don't know if that's true. I'm going to spend some time over there. I definitely am going to finish that build, but I've really gotten into this build, and it's just one of those things where once I get excited about something, I have to keep going. So if I was to switch context too much, I probably wouldn't get this done. So anyway, I'm going to do a couple of things today. I'm probably going to do a little intro here, go show you a couple things, and then we'll come back later. I'm going to have to do some building, but I wanted to show, I need a new axe, and I figured it was time for us to just make a diamond axe because I don't know, this is going to sound crazy. I may not have ever made a diamond axe in this game period ever. This might be literally the first one I've ever made. So we're going to grab it. Got ourselves a diamond axe, and we're going to go get ourselves a level 5 enchant on it because that's what we do. Let's make a run. Oh, wanted to show this too. So I'm back from the funeral and all that stuff, and it was a great week. Thanks for everybody that sent out their thoughts. It's we got to spend some time with family and kind of do all of our things. So it was good. We were tired. We were happy to be home, and yeah, just glad to be hanging out, watch a little US Open this weekend, but I thought I'd do some recording too. So anyway, so this was from K-Man, and he said he was looking for dark wood and found this place. Thought it'd be cool to comment before the vid's out. So anyway, take some free signs. I'm going to leave those up. I like, especially here at the mine, I kind of like this, you know, like the stuff from Deci. I wish I would have left the sign from Deci or whatever, or at least remembered what it said and put it back on the wall. This probably isn't the same configuration anymore because I blew it up. I think it was actually on top of the pumpkin. I had a creeper incident here. I finished out, I'll show you that. You can kind of see I finished out I had to go to the nether a couple of times to get some more of those nether brick fences. And then this is said for the kids, thanks for the awesome videos, keep them coming. And that is from, I think it's Taylor DJB or Taylord, or I don't know. And Sundown is his name, I think. I don't know if that's his YouTube name or not, but anyway. What else? What else? I think that's about it. So I like this. This is awesome. I'm going to show the kids. They're not with me right now, but they will think that's awesome. We'll probably take these and make them into, well, actually what we'll probably do is we've got a bunch of them. We're starting to get a stack of jack-o'-lanterns, so I keep harvesting in here. I've got so much melon. I'm probably not going to harvest for a while. I've got all this. I've got some in here. I've got melon all over the place. I've got a fair amount. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. I just did that. I'm actually uploading a video. Whenever I do this, it's just stupid. I get all out of sync. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Excuse me. I know that sounded weird. Like as soon as it froze, my voice came back on. And so I don't know. I'm just going to try to go get this thing enchanted, and then we'll come back once the video's done uploading. I always do that. I get anxious to get a video up because I want you guys to get videos, and I get anxious to record because I need to record, and my frame rate is dropped. In fact, let me just do something. All right, it's weird. Sometimes I get stuck at 15 frames a second. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but let's go down here and see if we can make this happen. So, you guys remember our enchanting room, don't you? It's like the dangerous enchanting room. There we go. All right. Need to put some more bookshelves in here. I can do that now. I should do that soon. I'm really struggling with how I'm going to do the ceiling. I've been trying to come up with clever ways, and I just don't know yet. So we'll have to work on that. All right, we just want a level 5, please. There it is. Bam. Efficiency 1, that's fine. I think we got efficiency 1 on our pickaxe. I'm just, you know, just for fun. We're just doing some enchanting because we can. So I'm not going to use all my levels. Probably what I'll do, I think what I'm going to do is kind of go by 5s. I thought that would be kind of fun. Go like level 5 on everything, see what you get, and then do a level 10 on everything next time. So basically start saving up. I need to have 40 levels total so that I can get a new everything, but whatever. If I'm at level 10 by the time I need a pickaxe or whatever, we'll make a pickaxe and make it level 10. And we'll do it like that. At least that's my plan for now. I might go 5, 10, 20, 30. Because by the time we get to 30, hopefully 1.3 will be out. And we can only go to 30, I believe. So, let's see. By the way, Deci killed the dragon on the server last night. I was playing a little bit, and he had killed the dragon. He said he got to level 100 by killing the dragon. A lot of experience points. Okay, so let me just show you this. This is the beginning, and you can see already. I hate this. This is going to be a pain, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's a pain to shovel because it's gravel, and the gravel will just... It's going to be such a pain, especially with this pick, or with a good shovel. So, and I hate using a diamond shovel to pick up snow, but what are you going to do? So let me tell you what I'm thinking about this, and I just had some thoughts today, so that'll be good. There's a lot of... Uh-oh. I hear one of the kids wanting mama who is not here, so I'm going to have to go. I'm going to have to go do that. Hold on just a sec. Let me... I'll clean this off, and I'll come show you guys the beginning to my little town area. These are my first two shops, and as ugly as they are, they've actually taken me a fair amount of time. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. We have a special treat this time. Ryan is with us. Ryan doesn't usually hang out, but he is now, so we'll see how this works. Ryan's got his flashlight, so you may be able to hear that. And let's see. So anyway, yeah, what's going on here is this is, as you can see, the mason and the carpenter. And what I have in here is just, so like, I'll probably put some signs up, but let's see, I got brick stuff here in slabs. I've got smooth stone here, cobblestone here. I'm going to move stuff over here. But anyway, that's kind of how this is going to go. I kind of like this. It's just a little shop. And I'll probably actually, the more I think about it, this should probably be smooth stone. Or, yeah, that should probably be smooth stone. I think that would look cooler if I had, just to kind of keep up with the theme of the mason, like that. So he's got his stone table. I don't know if that makes any sense, but and then I got a little table over here, and I'm going to do a lot of work on this. I'm not exactly sure what it's going to look like. And then over here, can you sit up, buddy? There we go. Nice. Over here is the carpenter, and the carpenter has his own little table. It's wood. I just thought that was funny. And it's a little bit bigger over here, really for no other reason than I just didn't want total symmetry here. I just kind of wanted it, I just built, you know, I just like went to town, and they wouldn't, you all right, bud? They wouldn't put too much of a thought into making these exactly the same size. This probably was a building that was repurposed, you know, whatever. So anyway, that's the story, and I'm sticking to it. So in my carpenter, I've got wood, and that's all. I haven't even separated it out. And so I've got wood, and I'll probably have some more. I've been doing some harvesting of wood. I've got dark wood. What I do need to do is go get a jungle tree and put it over in my forest. Because basically, let me show you that too. I've started the King's Forest. Well, I've started it a long time ago, but it's sorry about that. It's just now really looking like the King's Forest. So we'll go take a look at that. Anyway, this is how this is going to work. Now, a couple of things. One, what I'm going to do is put the other shops kind of part of the wall, because I think they should go back into the wall. I want to have a blacksmith, and I want to have a butcher, a blacksmith, and maybe like a butcher / just the like animals in general. Try to keep some. I may try to do the sheep and whatever, but it'll at least be the place where the meat's stored and whatever. Maybe like a baker or whatever. You want to get down, bud? All right, just a sec. There we go. How's that? Got your blankie? Go see Alex. Sorry about that. Okay. He got bored. He doesn't have quite the stamina for this as Alex does. Anyway, put a butcher and put whatever. I don't know. I don't know what all I'm gonna put. But that's that, and it'll be probably start right about here, just right on the other side of the road. I may not put this thing. These may be more like, for instance, the blacksmith will probably be it will probably be built in. The blacksmith will have some work area outside, and what I might do is like fence something like this. I was going to kind of lay it out anyway. So maybe the animal spot would be over here in the corner. So I might like fence off from here over to like here maybe. And then the blacksmith would be down here, and maybe a blacksmith and a baker or something kind of together. But I don't know what all I'm going to need. I'll build them as I go. I kind of the way I was thinking about this is I didn't want to do too much planning, and I actually do a lot of building like this, where I'll basically pick a spot that I want, and kind of whatever comes to my mind at first, I'll kind of make some plans around that, and then I'll just kind of adjust based on that. And if I have to tear things down and move them, because I feel like that's the way you get a build that feels like it evolved instead of one that was just like, planned. Like cities, for all the planning you do in the world in a city or a town or whatever, the streets end up having some character and some quirks because they needed something to work and they just had to make it work, right? They needed to do something and they just had to make it work. And so that's kind of the way I feel like I'm going to do this. If I put my, like I said, I built these, didn't even know what I was going to make these. This is going to, like I said, this is going to be the mason and the carpenter, but I didn't really think about that. It's just the first two things that I needed to store. So I made a mason and a carpenter. I had too much wood and stone and I was using a lot of it. And then, I didn't really plan that. I didn't really plan where the road was going to go. And I didn't really plan where I was going to put the animals or anything. And so I just think it'll make it a lot more kind of organic. Anyway, the road you can see is going to go down here. This will probably be the main gate right up here. I'm thinking right here is going to be the main gate, but I don't know for sure. The spawn, by the way, is right over that hill, like right over there. I mean, all these times I think I've showed you guys, I've been running around over here and I've seen, like some towers and whatever over here and those trees and stuff. Yeah, you can see the torches. The spawn is literally right over that hill, so I don't know why what I was thinking, but it's like a minute walk, if that. So I'm going to probably put the road to the spawn. I'll connect up with the spawn over there. Let's see what else. The other thing I was thinking is that, yeah, great. It's dark now. That'll help. Well, I don't know. That might be okay for the tower. I want to show you guys the tower. I need to get some torches up over here. I think I've actually done some work on the wall probably since you guys saw it last as well. Finished it out to the end here and just kind of did our normal thing. Let's get this off. Yeah, so I evened it out, and that's kind of, yeah, I'm pretty sure that wasn't done the last time you guys were here. So this is cool. This is pretty much what I wanted it to look like, and I wanted to keep it simple. I don't know if I'm going to put any embellishment on this thing or not. I probably will a little. But it kind of looks pretty much like I wanted. I don't think it's horrible. So that's probably what I'm going to go with. Yeah, the forest, you can see it's growing significantly, and it looks cool, I think. I just really I don't know why I just decided that I was going to really, really forest this area. So I got a couple of decent-sized trees, which I'll probably put some in here as well. But what I want to do is make a railway from the forest over here, and I want to have like a lumber yard. So right now I've got all the wood in the carpenter, but I want him to be selling like wood planks and, stuff like that. It'll probably be like carpenter / lumber yard or something. But so what I was thinking of doing is fencing off an area behind it and putting a back door into there and having like a storage area back there. What I wish you could do is is stack logs like you can in Terra Firma Craft, which would just be so cool, because I've always wanted stack bricks and stones and whatever. That would be kind of cool if you could put them in like visible stacks instead of having them all in chests. But anyway, I want to put some chests and stuff back there maybe and make that kind of a lumber yard. I may even make like lumber racks and then just put chests in them and have the wood in there. But it'll be like a processing area. So that's where like all the raw wood would be back there, and just for fun. And basically I want to have a railway that comes from, I haven't decided where I would put the station over there, but I want to start kind of just a general railway that will go to all of the different places that we need to go. One of them, the station may be down there. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's up there. Maybe it's like right, the station, the lumber station would be up there. It kind of serve a good stop for like that and the mine. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But I'm definitely going to make a railway that goes from there down. And we'll work on that a little bit. What else? I'm trying to think what other railways I would want. That's a dark pit. Got to light that up. Probably going to have a railway that goes from inside here. So the main station will be somewhere inside the walls that goes to the spawn. And then we may, oh, that was the other thing I was going to do. I'm potentially going to put a railway. Put slabs. It is a conspiracy. Spiders like roofs. So I was thinking potentially about putting a railway that hangs underneath the bridge. I don't want to ruin the way the bridge looks, and so I'm a little hesitant to do that, but it would be kind of cool to like hang a subway underneath the bridge. So I've thought about that. Not sure yet. The only problem is I hate horizontal or these angled railways because they have to go like jog back and forth, and when you're riding them, it's like you go. Anyway, I hope you guys like my sound effects. Those were specially made for you. And I can't get a good angle on this yet. I'm gonna have to go off to one of the sides, but you can see that I actually put the nether brick fence that I've been talking about. I'm really happy with the way it looks. Actually, it didn't turn out how I wanted it to turn out, which is good because the way I wanted it to turn out, I don't think it would have looked as good. It adds from the sides. It adds definitely some bulk and almost like a not scaffolding, but like a structural element to it. And then from the uh-oh. All right, my sound just got jacked up, so I have to pause. I'll be right back. I did it again. There's going to be some weird sound / video quiet stuff going on there, so I apologize. I got to learn my lesson and stop doing this. So, but I do want to keep going. So, yeah, there's going to, what was I saying? Yeah, structural element. But when you go over here and look at it from the angle, it looks kind of the same way it did before. So it kind of has that thin kind of wispy look almost from one of the angles, and it's a little bit more substantial from the other angle. Let me go show you one other angle, and then we'll break off. I'm going to go do a little bit more work in preparation for building over there, and then I'll probably come back and show you guys some of the building of the butcher and the animal. I don't know whatever I'm putting over there. So let's see what's the best way. You can see I've been doing some lumberjacking over here. I need to get some trees from the jungle, and I'm probably not going to do any of the big jungle trees because they just look funky in this kind of a forest. I'll probably do singles, and they'll fit in a little bit better. But this is definitely turning into a pretty legitimate king's forest. I think it's pretty cool. But yeah, you can kind of see from here. This is the look. I really like that. I just think that looks pretty slick. So during the day, it looks a little bit better. You can see some light coming through the slats, but yeah, it's cool. So I'm happy with the tower. It's basically done. I need to do some interior decorating because I need to do the like the lookout room and the quarters, the guards' quarters in there. But it's pretty much functionally complete at this point. It needs a couple of beds and whatnot. Somebody mentioned, I think it was, I started watching a little bit of, I don't know if it was Good. I don't think it was Good. Vintage Beef, I think. Who I was slightly disappointed, not because he's not good. I was slightly disappointed because he's got, well, this is funny. Maybe this is telling. I should take this into account. The reason I was disappointed was because he doesn't have a single player Let's Play. He has he does his Let's Play on the Minecraft server, so it's just the SMP Let's Play, which is what I'm doing, which is hopefully is not, you guys don't think is as bad of a thing as I did. I just wasn't, for some reason it didn't interest me as much when I started watching it, just because of that. I like, people play differently when they're on a server than they do when they're just doing their own thing, and so I hope I'm not doing that. I felt like I wasn't. I felt like I was doing a pretty good job of keeping with my plans and not really letting it affect the decisions I made, but I don't know if that's true or not. Anyway, the point was that he said that they should have beds made from the different color wools. Uh-oh. Beds made from the different color wool. So if you made a bed from white wool, it would be a white bed, and if it was black, it would be a black bed. I think that's a good idea, because that would give a little bit of choice when you're doing some interior decorating. But the sun is coming up. I've managed not to blow anything up during the night. And you've seen everything there's to see, so I guess let me just show you up on the tower. I know I'm just doing, this is the kind of thing that Deci doesn't like. He wants to see the building as opposed to like doing the tour afterwards, and I agree, actually. I agree wholeheartedly. But I don't mind a little bit of a mix, and I'd certainly have to catch you up. I think he would agree. I would have to catch you up on things that I've done, because I can't show you all the building, or else I would never get anything done, because I just like to build on my own. But yeah, here's the tower here, and I really, really dig the way this turned out. I was considering taking these last two off. In fact, let's just see what that would look like. No, I just don't think it looks right. I think those are critical. They make it a little difficult to walk around, but who cares? Let's go up here. We don't spend a lot of time walking around there anyway. If we go up here, we get a look. Yeah, I think that's cool, man. I really do. I still would like to know who died. Somebody died. I bet it might have been PX. Somebody died in their just like yard sale, their stuff all over my bridge, and then that was right before the griefing incident, and then we had a reset. But that house is going to be awesome. I made a house. This is looking good. It really is. Yeah, I'm really liking that. I think that's going to be sweet. Once we get some of the rest of this going, it's going to look really slick. So that I'm happy with. The wall I'm pretty happy with. I think it's looking good. It's going to be the right approach. I even like the snow scattered on stuff. So this is coming along. The house is going to be awesome. I can't wait to get that going. I have to house/castle. I really am not sure what style I'm going to build in. What I was going to tell you is I built a little bit while I was gone. Basically put Optifine on a laptop and made all the difference in the world. It took from what was kind of playable to like perfectly playable, just excellent performance and everything. So Optifine really does work well. I don't notice it as much on this machine, but man, a lot, unless I mean doing HD textures and stuff, but for performance on a little bit less like a subpar machine, it makes a lot of difference. So I would definitely recommend it. But anyway, installed it and I was playing. I finally was able to, so I created a world called Just for Fun, and the seed, I really love the seed. The seed actually ended up, I think it was Just for Fun 2 was my seed, and I can't remember what caps I used. I'll have to go back and I think I wrote it down. But anyway, the seed was awesome, and it basically started me in a spot where there was a forest fire because there was a lava opening around a lot of trees, which I thought was awesome. So I fired it up a couple of times, and there's everything with the animals. It changes a little bit every time. Like one time I fired it up and there was a bunch of wolves on fire running around lighting fires, and one time I did it and it took a little while for the fire to start, and it's kind of random, but it always ends up with a forest fire there, which I just thought was cool at the spawn. I knew that was a good sign. And then I found this little spot. It's not the most like epic looking map, but I found this little spot that I really liked, and so I started building, and there's this one house that I've really just been wanting to build, and I basically did. I built the bones of it, at least. I didn't get it totally complete, but I'll probably work on that one again at some point. And I may show you guys what I did, just because I just did it for fun. I was trying to keep it like, okay, I'm never going to show this to anybody. I'm never going to make a video series out of this or anything. I'm just building for fun, just when I had some free time and I was bored and I didn't have any internet and whatever. And I just had a lot of fun. I mean, I wasn't thinking about anything except for I just want to make this house that I've always wanted to make, and it was pretty cool. So I don't know why I shared that story, just because I thought it was fun. And I've been getting comments that people wonder, why in the world do I even watch your show, because you ramble so much. And then they're like, oh yeah, I like watching your show because you ramble. So hopefully there are some people out there that enjoy it, my randomness and ADD mixed with OCD. But yeah, this is starting to look pretty cool. So we're getting there. Let me go do a little work. Like I said, I probably should do a little bit more harvesting of wood, but I'm not going to right now. Yeah, this is going to extend. This King's Forest is going to go all over here. It's probably maybe even up on the mountain. Just kind of, I may even make it go all the way around. I've thought about that, because I think the forest helps with breaking up the tundra a little bit. We've got a cool spot here, but I think it'd be kind of cool to have that forest ring the whole city. And what else? I think that's it. I don't think I can ramble about anything else right at the moment. So let me go do some building, and I will come back or some planning, prepping for building, and then I'll come back. Talk to you guys in a minute. Okay, guys, I'm back. I got a little carried away. I did some building and forgot to start recording again, so I beg your apologies. But let's see, or beg your pardon, I guess. I apologize. This is a barn, or a little area that I started preparing for our garden, for the farm area. And I'm going to basically break it into chunks. I'm going to do like pumpkins, melons, I think. And this is obviously going to be wheat. What I might actually do is wheat out here as well. We'll see. I might do like pumpkins, melons, and then wheat, and then wheat in the middle. And then around the whole edge, I'm going to clear out some more. I'm going to put reeds, probably 2 rows of reeds around the entire edge. That's my current plan. And let's see, the reason that I did this was because I wanted to get a piece of wheat so that I could, let's see, well, you know what I should do is plant some, I got some work to do here. Let's, like I said, I should have come back quicker, but I didn't. So let's do this, there we go. And yeah, the whole point was to get some wheat because I also did some building over here and I wanted to get another sheep, which was roaming around here at one point and is probably now gone because it's been so long, but there's a ton of sheep. So what I was going to do is start getting all the different colored sheep for wool, because I'll probably definitely be using those yeah, I got one in there. I'll probably definitely be using those for the castle. So what I did was I went ahead and created this, which is going to be the butcher slash, I don't know what this guy is, but I actually, at first I hated this building, and you guys probably still hate it, but it's not that bad. I kind of, like, I'm trying to just have things blend in a little bit and kind of have that old rustic feel. I'll put some details on them as I come up with them, I guess. But there's a sheep just standing in midair, just glitching out. That's why I don't want to keep animals on the server, but what are you going to do? All right, come on. Come on in. There we go. And let's see, get you back here. He's been there for, I mean, I've been doing stuff, working around the house, doing, oh, crud. Oh, well. You can be all in love and by yourself. Okay, so I'm going to breed them, obviously, but I wanted to get a couple, and then I did want to breed them, so that's why I started the farm. And let's go check out in here. So this is basically, this is it. This is going to be, oh, I was going to say, I thought I had another torch up. Now, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do here. I'll probably do kind of the counter thing like I've done before, so let's go ahead and do that. We need a crafting table in here for sure. I've kind of just been putting, as this has just been kind of for fun, I've been putting a crafting table as part of the counter space. Kind of like this, and just, I don't know, just messing around with stuff. You can I mean, it's kind of a mess, but it's just for fun. This is supposed to be functional working area. This is gonna, really all of this is in service to building a giant castle when it comes right down to it. And it's not even gonna be that huge. I don't know. It's just fun. I like creating the little world that makes your life easier. So this is just the way in and out. And I did this now. So I put those up because I wanted to be able to keep them in the walls, but I also wanted to see, I mean, I know that they can glitch over fences easily. What I've also learned is they can glitch through fences pretty easily, and I don't know, at least that was the experience I had last time I tried to keep animals on a multiplayer server, or on a server. So I don't know if it's going to work. But then I had this like little secondary pen, which I thought would serve 2 purposes. It would be a nice way to get animals in and out without, having kind of the double gate system. This is the holding area. But also, in case they did glitch through, I don't know that they can glitch through here because they would have to glitch through 2 blocks. They'd have to glitch onto the stairs, which I guess they could do. I don't know. I really don't know. But so far, so good, because those guys have stayed. Now, I'm more worried about them glitching through that fence than I am about them glitching over these, but that's where we're at. So anyway, Let's go ahead and finish this. So I was thinking probably what I'll do in here, just because I haven't done it yet. Let's see, probably put it all the way to here. And then this one will be a full block. Something like that, just for fun. Get the floor back down. Yeah, there we go. Something like that, kind of cool. And then the old standby of these guys. Put that, I'll dump that over in the carpenter shop here in a second. Like that. And the other, I just don't like how it doesn't go flush. And there's really not much I can do about that unless I put like another slab on top of here, which I've tried and it just doesn't look right. So it's okay. It's good enough. I like the idea more than I like the execution, but let's see. I don't need to be carrying all this junk around. But I do actually need some. So let's see. What can I get rid of? Oh, I brought some sugar canes so I could use those. I got tons of dirt. I need to dump those in my other chest. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff to get rid of. So anyway, things are going well, I think. I feel like it's coming along. I'm half tempted to make this wood here. Do I have? Yeah, I do. Let's see. I think I actually did this already and didn't like it. That I'm going to make here. That's a little bit better. Makes it feel a little bit... I could even go wood all the way back there. Because this really doesn't feel right. This isn't... They would have used wood here. They wouldn't use stone because the stone was part of the wall. Stone is expensive. Stone will be used on the castle, not for piddly little butcher shops. Fantastic. Let me go dump some of this. So, yeah. I know, I'm sorry. I'm kind of just kind of mumbling and rambling and not really. Not really. It's because I've been in this mode of just like going, and then I was like, oh crap, people want to see this. I should probably start showing them. So I could, there's going to be another shop over here. I could have it just kind of open up. I'll probably put a door though instead. So if anything, maybe like that. And maybe like that. Let's just see what that looks like. Not bad. And this is just the castle wall we built into it, so it just is what it is. That probably doesn't need to be there, but it's not bad. These should probably be, since they can be, those should probably be darker wood. Like that. And we got to put back the, I don't know what they call that. It's like, you know how they have like, I don't know. I don't know what they call that. Gate thing. Alright. Put some cobble away. I don't need 2 stacks of cobble right now. Need to get rid of some dirt and whatnot. But I don't need any stone stairs at this moment. What I do need is some more wood. I'll probably start working on, because I do need wood. Yeah, see, I don't even have any right now of the regular wood. I've got this right here with, I guess, almost a stack. So I've got enough for short term, but I'm probably going to start working on the railway pretty soon. So what I might actually do, I'm thinking about that. I might have the railway come in like, it's probably going to come under the wall. It may even, maybe I put the railway station in the wall, like right down here. That'd be kind of cool. Kind of part of the wall so it goes down. That might be perfect actually, because the railway station could just come to this area. It doesn't need to go directly to the lumberyard. We don't need a different stop for each one of these little buildings. Oh, I did flatten this out though, because I was going to do a little work back here. So I told you I was going to prep to do all this, and then I just did it. But this is actually going to be cool. I don't know. I just like it. I'm not sure why, but I like this area. I cannot wait until we can do the half slab colored slabs. That's going to be huge. And the snow's back. So obvious things here, Mr. Obvious. This has to be here so that we can keep this from freezing, right? Because the water freezes over. Same in there. And then you will hydrate 3 blocks out. I believe it's 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then from here, 1, 2, 3. So it's even hydrating the wood in this case, but it hydrates 3 blocks out. So you can see that this is all hydrated soil. And I should go ahead and eat. And yeah, everything else is coming along pretty well. I do need to get some more light, which I was going to do. Why is it? I'm not sure why there's not light right here. That should be lit. And apparently snow doesn't fall on on tilled soil, which is good. I don't think it will untill soil. That would be nice if it didn't. So yeah, I think we're going to be okay. We've got enough light. We got enough, pretty much everything we need out here. Yeah, I think this is going to work. It's kind of cool. I really wanted just like a little spot that I could just do some farming. It's kind of fun. I get into the whole farming thing. For you guys that have seen me before, you know that this is right up my alley to sit around and do farming. And I love the snow. This is cool. I'm going to put like a fire pit in here. I'm just going to sit here. This is going to be where I hang out. Let's see what else. So I got a couple pieces of wheat. I could go make another sheep. Then we could start getting some colored ones. Yeah, it's a little monotone. I mean, that's why on that other building, let's go look real quick. I use the darker wood because if you're building with wood and you want to do slabs, you're kind of limited right now because you can't, like, I wanted to put the normal color down here in a roof made out of the darker woods, but I can't because the slab, if I want to do slabs like this, especially, that's slab, upside down slab, slab, upside down slab. If I want to do that, I can't do it with the darker woods. And in fact, I had to even go with that, which I don't like. It's just a full block. It kept me from having a little piece on the roof that was of the dark wood. So it's just not ideal, but it is what it is. What else? So I'll work in here a little bit. I'll probably put some of the chests that I've been doing like back here on the wall. Those will be full of wool and meat and anything that comes from animals. And I might have more of like a what's the word? Can't think of it. Cloth shop. Linens, and that's not what I'm thinking of either though. I'm thinking of, crap. Forget it. I'll think of the word later. What else? Yeah. So do we need to do a little bit more? Well, I guess we do need to put some melons. Plant just a few melons, get that going. Might as well have some of that over here. So the thought is that these are all going to fall here. Oh, in fact, this is always a useless block. So what I'll do is go ahead and put light there. That block is useless because it's not actually useless. The whole corner is kind of useless. I'll put wheat in the corners, I think. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put wheat in the corners. Because the problem with the corners is that these need a place to fall. And if they fall over, it's kind of a pain. Let's see. Any more wheat? There we go. Give me some seeds. Let's till this up. Put some wheat down. Yeah, that'll just be kind of nice, I think. Nothing fancy. Nice. Seriously, I could just sit here and do this all day. Just sit here and plant my garden. I have the urge to do the big full on like sprawling wheat field, and I might try to do that somewhere. I actually even thought about doing it outside of the basically outside the walls, kind of like a natural sprawling wheat. I don't know, there's no such thing, I guess, as well, I don't know. Anyway, just to kind of add some texture to the land out there. So like on the other side of the wall, kind of where the our forest will end, kind of just put some wheat around there. The problem is that it is tough to make it. I mean, snowy biomes are tough. They just are. I didn't realize, I don't think, quite how difficult it's going to be. It's not difficult to do things. It's just, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I'm concerned that it's going to always be this fighting with the snow thing, which, I mean, of course, that's exactly what it will be, but I'm not sure if that's even necessary. I might just put wheat the whole way. Oops, I keep doing that. Put wheat the whole way around. I don't know. But let's go ahead, till that up. I just think the more light, the better. I know that's the case, actually. The more light, the better, no doubt about it. Let's do this right back here. Why do I do that? That just doesn't seem very smart. Knock out grass so that I can put... so that I can poorly put grass back down. Sorry. Oh, and you gotta be kidding me. Why can't I hit that? That hitbox is weird. There we go. Any more? There we go. Give me a couple of seeds. That's pretty good. That's a good haul. Getting 3 seeds per piece of wheat. Except for that might have been because you guys getting sick of watching me inventory manage yet? Luckily I can't hear you, so. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so that's good enough for now. Get this stinking snow out of here. All right. Well, I guess let's go ahead while we're here. Let's get a couple of these going. We'll put these in the other corner. Over here. There we go. Now, the problem is I don't want them to fall over there, which is why I had the seeds. So, oops. Give me that back. 1, 2, might as well get the small ones. 3, go ahead and harvest. That was lame. 1 seed out of that. There we go. Better. There we go. That way these won't fall over onto those. They'll fall over here. And I always till these, but as soon as they get hit, they turn to untilled soil. So, but as soon as something falls on them, they turn to dirt. So you don't have to worry about having grass there, because grass makes it look lame. So does untilled dirt is ugly. It just is. It just is ugly. So, oh, and then we got one more spot back here. I know this has got to be the lamest thing that I've ever done on camera, but I'm having fun. So put some more wheat down, possibly. It's not like we need to save our stinking bone meal, is it? Nice. Let's go breed a couple of sheep. There we go. One more. Come on. Oh, well. Oh, you know what we need around here is a chest, too. I don't really like that there. That's not really where it was meant to be. I was kind of thinking... I was going to, like, hang it in here. I was going to, like, put it right there. I wonder what that would look like. It's not horrible, actually. I mean, it's kind of silly, but it's not horrible. And then where would I put the chest? The chest I might just sit. If I do that, does that ruin my water thing? Let's see. No, it's still good. I wonder if I could put one. No, I probably can't. Anyway, that's fine, but let's put the right color there. I really, man, I love this light colored wood. It's just extremely cool. going to definitely be using more of that around the property. Let's get ourselves one chest. You guys have seen me do this 1,000 times. Build my little work area. Nice. And we'll leave the sugar canes for now because we'll come back and do that later. All right, what else? What else? Ooh. Yeah, there we go. That looks mature. Is that mature? It is mature. Didn't get a single seed though. Well, let's do this one more time. I just like to get this is one of those anal type things that I deal with. All right. Just have to have. I can't leave it undealt with. It'll stress me out. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. How am I doing this so badly? A couple of seeds. Let's put one over here. There we go. And did we plant those? We did. So we're well on our way. All right, let me stop that. So let's talk about plans. I should probably sleep. I don't think there's anybody else on. Let's sleepy. For this area, so right over there. Yeah, see, I'm going to have to shovel the... Oh, I was going to show you this too. So I just decided to dig down. There was all kinds of mobs glitching like you wouldn't believe. Like I don't know what caused it. I think an Enderman was somehow had gotten spawned in like a 2 tall, because when I dug down he seemed like he only had 2 he was right around here, and he was just like popping up, and then spiders were popping up and everything. It was just like a whole bunch of them. So I dug down and I killed a bunch of things that probably killed 5 or 6 mobs, and then I thought, well, I'll leave that. Maybe that would be like a cool little like place for mobs to spawn, and I can go down there and kill them every once in a while and get some XP, but it really hasn't worked out that way. Since I went down there and killed them and I opened that up, they just haven't been spawning down there. So, all right, so the idea here will be, what I'll probably do is expand. I'll probably build a building here. It'll come out a little bit. This, I kind of like this being back. I want a little bit of variance in the, so like basically like this, bring this building out here like that, and this will be like the bakery, food, and it kind of makes sense that the food spot would be right next to the animals, and then I'll probably also have, yeah, I don't know. So I'll do that. I'll put the restaurant, I don't know what to call it, butcher. I guess one of them will be like the butcher, and one of them will be the tack house, or the, I don't know. I don't know. I'm totally reaching. Okay. Well, this has gone on long enough. I have rambled and mumbled and wasted your time, but we are getting closer to building the castle, which is the whole point. Well, it's not the whole point, but it's the culmination. It's gonna be awesome, I think. I'm just trying to think. I just thought of and did a lot of stuff while I was off air, and I wanted to try to catch you guys up, but I just don't know. So, yeah, like I said, there will be one more. So I'll put water, another row of water all the way around, and then I will put reeds surrounding the whole thing, and then I might put another row of water around that so that I can have two rows of weeds, or of reeds, and then that would kind of make this thing. I think if it was out, so that would be water, reeds, water, so 4 more blocks, right, in every direction. And to have the reeds all grown up and just to kind of have this place surrounded, it just seems like it would be kind of a cool like little garden area. And then this kind of serves as a decent fence, actually. So I don't think I'm gonna have to worry too much about things getting in there. I could probably do something about this, but I'm not that worried about it. If we start getting trampled wheat, then we'll deal with it, but I think it'll be okay. Yeah, so I think we're close. We're close here. This is something I didn't even plan on doing today. I think I said in a previous video, this is where I was going to have kind of the garden areas. And then I want a more formal, flower garden. Maybe, under this, because there's going to be a bridge, remember, going across there. Maybe a formal flower garden kind of under here. This whole area under here might be a more formal flower garden, and get some hedges and stuff and deal with that. So anyway, guys, I think I'm way over time now. It was going to be a short episode. Now it's a long episode, and either way it was probably boring, but I apologize. We'll make a better one next time. So anyway, leave me comments. Let me know what you think. Feedback is appreciated. Follow me on Twitter, MinecraftOTB. It's the place I like to get most of my communication done, although the comments work fine as well. And Facebook.com/MinecraftOTB if you like that route. And yeah, I appreciate it. Keep watching. Tell your friends, and we'll talk to you guys next time.